Today I decided to ruin some of the most popular food brands. How? I will add a weird flavor option to each of the 3 brands listed below. The flavors will only get weirder as we advance in the video, but the catch is to make them as appealing and appetizing as possible, so if people saw them on store shelves, they would wanna try them despite their unusual flavor. The first brand we are going to ruin today is Gatorade sport drink. I've chosen the pickle juice flavor for this one, even though it's not very odd for athletes to consume pickle juice for its electrolyte and hydration properties, according to ChatGPT at least. But for me, personally, I've never seen a pickle juice anywhere near me, and there's no Gatorade pickle flavored drink either, to my knowledge at least, so I tried to make one. And for a starter, I'll grab this Gatorade bottle I found online as a base for the new pickle design, and I'll clean all the unnecessary text so we can start fresh. Pickle juice is somehow yellowish in color, but I decided to go with a more energetic green instead. I want it to be more appetizing and tempt people to try it. The flavor will be called pickle punch. I could stop here and call it done, but this is a special version, so we need to make it more special and weirder. I will change the lightning bolt on the logo to a lightning pickle to better match the new flavor and to make it clear that it's a special edition of Gatorade. I'll change the colors to green and add some highlights and pimples like the surface of a well done pickle. Perfect. I'll bring the text back to fill the vast empty space we created on the bottle. One small detail that is missing: there's no real pickle punch juice without an actual pickle inside. So I'll add an appetizing pickle in the bottle and change its blind color to make it look like it's really inside. Now some people might think it's only a picture printed on the bottle label, so I'll add a text to indicate that it's a real pickle inside to avoid any confusion. Finally, I'll change the bottle cap color to match the overall design, and done. Gatorade pickle punch flavored sport drink is here. Next, I wanna share a short story about my best friend who really likes the taste of toothpaste. Yep, and always tell me his wish for some companies to make toothpaste flavored snacks. So I'll grant him his wish, kind of, and make a Cheetos toothpaste flavored snack. I'll start with a nice clean chip bag, and my aspiration for this one will be the Flamin' Hot flavored Cheetos. So instead of those flames, I'll make 2 stripes of toothpaste to separate the elements I'll add later on the bag. I'll change the colors of the bottom part to red and the top part to teal color, the same as the toothpaste stripes, and this will be our color palette for the design. Now I'll add the Cheetos logo and place it somewhere on the top. The logo colors as they are now pop too much, so I'll change them to a teal color, but I'll add a red color accent to make it more interesting, and some highlights on top too, and finally a drop shadow to better separate the logo from the background. Now we need to bring back the most iconic thing in the Cheetos brand, Chester Cheetah. I happen to find the best one to use for our case. My idea here is to make him chase some Cheetos pieces to give them a toothpaste flavor. For that reason, we need to give him a toothbrush. I found a suitable one, but I need to make it look like Chester is really holding it in his hand. So I will rotate it and scale it down, then mask out some parts under his hand. Tell me this isn't perfect. One thing that bothers me most is that the toothbrush doesn't have the same drawing style as Chester, so I need to fix that too. I will add some shadows cast by the toothbrush on his body to make everything good. And done. Now, just like we did with the logo, we need to change Chester's colors to match the color palette we are using. I'll add some Cheetos pieces around him and scatter them randomly on the back. I'll change their color to a bright white since they are a special version in the end. Finally, I'll add a tail and red lines to some of them so they look like toothpaste stripes, but I leave the large piece at the front as it is, so Chester is actually chasing it to color it and add a toothpaste flavor to it. One last detail for the Chester scene: I'll add actual toothpaste to the brush in his hand and adjust it to better match the rest. Now for the flavor name, I decided to go with the sample word toothpaste. I found a cool font for it, then I added a gradient color on top, a red color, then a black color underneath, and some highlights on top, and finally a drop shadow similar to the Cheetos logo above. I'll add a flavored black text underneath to tie everything together. You see this line under the 2 O's? I try to make it look like an actual toothpaste stripe by changing the center color to white. Now I really like this text from the original packaging, so I try to add it to our bag too, but I'll change it to made with real toothpaste. I'll add a white stroke around it and around the Cheetos logos too. Finally, I'll add the legal text at the bottom of the bag, and with this we are done. A toothpaste flavored Cheetos is here. What do you think about this one? Would you buy it? The last flavor combination we have is Snickers with sardine and peanut butter. Yes, I know Snickers is sweet, so mixed in that with the salty, fishy taste of sardines is an extreme clash of flavors. I think it's a fun mix to design. My idea is to make the packaging look like an open can of chocolate and sardines. So I start by turning this can top into an empty candy bar for now, and I'll use this part to fill the rest of the can body. I'll add some shadows to better separate the two parts. The yellow color of the can is cool, but I want a more metallic finish, so I'll change it right away. The can looks very flat as it is now, so I'll fix that by adding an edge around it to make it more realistic. Now I'll add the Snickers bar on top of the sardines. It's low resolution, so I'll fix that by replacing some of the peanuts on the bar here and there and adding some shadows underneath to spice things up. And we are done with the hard part. Now for the text. I'll bring the Snickers logo somewhere here, then the flavor sardines and peanuts underneath. I'll make the text look like it's engraved on the metallic surface of the can. I'll also emphasize the natural ingredients used in the bar with this text. I'll add a calories info badge on top. Usually all Snickers bars have around 200 calories, so I'll do the same. One final touch, I'll change the background color to yellow to make the can and other elements pop more from the background. And here is it, a Snickers bar with sardines and peanut flavor. What is your favorite flavor combination from this video? Please don't forget to leave a comment about that and subscribe. See you later.